We are live now. Hi, Vibhuti.
Hi, everybody. I guess, Vibhuti, you can start asking questions if you have any so that we can start answering them. So I'll take your question, Vibhuti. That your area sectionals only, quant, you are at 50% accuracy. Should I start studying geometry side by side? So basic, mostly 80% of the paper will revolve around algebra and arithmetic and not on geometry and modern math. So, if you're scoring a 50% accuracy, I think you should maybe clear out your basics first, at least the arithmetic part. And if you're done with arithmetic, then definitely go with maybe geometry and mensuration. And from modern math, you can take up PNC and probability because we get around 1 to 2 questions from modern math from PNC and probability as well. But I would suggest, as you're saying 50% accuracy, I think you need to work more on your basics first as you're getting, I mean, as your accuracy itself is low. So you can do that. So, Sagar, I'll take up your question on how many LR puzzles should be done in a day. According to me, at least 7 to 8. If you're solving from today, you will get a good hands-on puzzle. And please put a timer by your side. The maximum that any puzzle should take should be around 7 to 8 minutes itself. So have a timer when you're solving puzzles, and 7 to 8 per day should be is a good amount, is a good number to start with. So, Vibhuti, I would suggest even in geometry, there, I mean, in the past years, the geometry questions that they have been asking are very low, but definitely as compared to geometry and mensuration questions do come in the exam. So you can start with mensuration if you're good with that, because in mensuration, it is mostly focused on formulae as compared to, I mean, if you know the formulae and if you have solved 20, 30 odd questions, even from the ebooks that we provided top percentile, you are good to go with geometry. You are good to go with mensuration. For strategy about arithmetic would be solving at least 30 to 40 odd questions per section. I mean per topic, even if you're considering arithmetic, and don't just solve. So basically, even at the ebooks that we provided top percentile, even if you go through those 30, 40 odd questions should be good enough for you, because in CET the question pattern gets repeated. I mean, and if you're speaking about the tough questions, any which ways, if the question is very difficult, you should leave the question, because you should first go with the easiest and the moderate level questions and not aim for very difficult questions for that matter. So, Vibhuti, I can see your question that you have practiced quant but still not moving up. What you can do is clear out your basics, because even for me, I was not that good enough in quant, but revision is what helped me a lot. Revising the formulae, revising the topics, revising, there are these 20, 30 odd questions. If you solve them, so when you're revising any topic of quant, what I used to do is, I used to solve the same pattern of questions. Like I had some 20, 30 questions. So for that particular topic, I used to solve those questions only. So what used to happen is, when you solve the same questions again and again, even the questions which come up in the CET exam, or for that matter, any other exam, are going to revolve around these 20, 30 questions, and might be a merge of these two, three questions here and there. So you can do this for cons. Sridhar, if you want to take up any question, you can go ahead with that. as well.
Yeah, sure. So Vibhuti, I saw that you are, I think, not moving, not increasing your score in quant, but don't worry, CET के लिए बहुत time बाकी है. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind that 5 months is a lot of time to, even if someone is starting today, तो भी बहुत time है to start from scratch and crack CET. You've already done so much and already you've identified कि quant में you are slightly weaker than probably other students who are targeting JBIMS, right? तो फिर ऑलरेडी तुमने बहुत कुछ कर लिया है, आइडेंटिफाई भी कर दिया है, तो जस्ट spend some more time in quant. Uh, जो भी टॉपिक में भी try to break down अभी arithmetic, algebra, mensuration, whatever. uh, में what is your weakness, you mentioned geometry, तो उसमें at least formula based questions, easy question you should be able to solve, keep that target. And at least then other topics in quant make it stronger by practicing more.
ऑल्सो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि जैसे कि मेरा माई वीक सेक्शन वॉज वर्बल, तो इट्स नॉट दैट यू जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर वीकर सेक्शंस. यू व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, अगर आपका वर्बल अच्छा हो, एलआर अच्छा हो, तो यू कैन फोकस मोर ऑन दैम, मोर ऑन दैट सेक्शंस. कॉन्ट्स आई वोंट से कि निग्लेक्ट कॉन्ट करो ही मत वगैरह, यू डेफिनेटली हैव टू डू इट. बट व्हाट यू कैन प्रायोरिटाइज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर वीकनेसेस एंड योर स्ट्रेंथ्स.
Yes, 35 तो anyway you will have to get in quant अगर weak भी हो. Similarly कोई verbal में भी weak हो तो at least 35 तो you have to aim for JBMS. और फिर वो जो कम हुआ है in your weaker section वो you have to cover up in your other sections. मेरा LR weak था तो फिर मैंने बाकी सब section में काफ़ी अच्छा किया था and LR my score was on the lower side.
So I'll take this question from Sagar. If he's asking if shall I split the entire day for all four sections, or shall I go for the for different sections every day? So I would suggest, instead of doing all four sections in a day, what you can do is maybe you can consider doing two sections in one day, and on alternate basis you can do that. It is very subjective. I mean, this question is very subjective, depends upon. So if you're I mean, I used to read newspaper on a daily basis, so वो kind of मेरा I used to do 7 to 8 puzzles on a daily basis, तो मेरा puzzles LR का part हो जाता था. I used to do 4-5 RCs on a daily basis, तो verbal भी हो जाता था. Abstract, even if you're doing, say, for example, 25 questions per day, it won't take more than 15 minutes for you to do to solve those 25 questions. So you can plan. If you're giving a mock, I would suggest give a mock and then analyze the mock on that particular day, and whatever weaker sections that you have found, maybe on the other day you can practice them, give sectionals, and particularly instead of doing, I mean, it is impossible, I would say, to do all the four sections in one day if you're not giving a
Yeah.
mock. But you can definitely plan maybe two sections a day, and you can keep abstract as a constant for every, I mean, I mean, practicing 25 questions of abstract is not a big deal, it takes just 15 minutes. So on a daily basis you can practice abstract, and then maybe other two sections, and then you can switch accordingly. So Swaroop is asking that he want to maintain a balance between CAT, SNAP, all the CET exams. So definitely, I would suggest giving exams will not just help you increase your, I mean, it helps, it increases your confidence level to sit for the further upcoming exams as well. So and majorly the portion for all these exams is same. I mean, APT होता है, LR होता है, cons होता है, abstract होता है, थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर. There are clocks and calendars for snap, for take for example for snap, clocks calendars वगैरह, ये थोड़ा add on हो जाता है, उसमें ज्यादा questions आते हैं. But if you see on an overall basis, तो the underlying portion is almost the same. So and I personally would suggest giving all the exam, I mean all the upcoming exams, because that will increase your confidence eventually.
या आई मीन इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर कैट, अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो अभी तो फोकस कैट पे ही होना चाहिए, बिकॉज उससे सबसे ज़्यादा कॉलेजेस यू कैन अप्लाई टू एंड द बेस्ट कॉलेजेस ऑब्वियसली कैट के थ्रू ही होता है. आफ्टर कैट, बिकॉज ऑलमोस्ट इमीडिएटली स्नैप होता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर एग्जाम डे. एवरी डे यू कैन टेक अ स्नैप का मॉक सो दैट यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर स्नैप, और जो भी स्नैप में एक्स्ट्रा होता है ट्राई टू प्रैक्टिस इट थ्रू द मॉक इटसेल्फ। मतलब ऑलरेडी कैट के प्रिपरेशन के जैसे 80% है, शिवाली सिंह 80-90% तो तुम्हारा हो जाएगा। तो जस्ट टेक स्नैप मॉक्स एवरी डे टिल स्नैप, मतलब डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डेट। एंड फिर दिसंबर में स्नैप और कैट के लिए अगर तुमने अच्छे से प्रिपरेशन कर दिया है तो फिर सीईटी में आराम से यू विल बी एबल टू प्रैक्टिस फॉर 3 मंथ्स एंड क्रैक इट। तो ऐसे कर लो। यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम्स को थोड़ा डीप्रायोरिटाइज तुम्हें करना पड़ेगा, मतलब दैट्स व्हाट पीपल यूजुअली डू। टेक हेल्प ऑफ योर टॉपर फ्रेंड इन योर यूनिवर्सिटी, उसको बोलो नोट वोट शेयर करो सो दैट यू कैन ऑप्टिमाइज, कम पढ़ के सबसे ज्यादा मार्क्स इतना ला सकते हो। इट विल बी थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग इफ यू वांट टू मतलब डू रियली वेल इन यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम्स ऑल्सो, सो दैट्स अप टू यू, बट थोड़ा सा डीप्रायोरिटाइज करना पड़ेगा यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम्स को। ऑब्वियसली इंश्योर दैट यू पास इन ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट। बट यूनिवर्सिटी में अगर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर फ्रॉम इंजीनियरिंग तो 7 सेमेस्टर 6 सेमेस्टर का तुम्हारा ऑलरेडी एक एवरेज बन गया है, तो लास्ट 2 सेमेस्टर्स आर नॉट गोइंग टू चेंज मच। So you can take a small hit, but your exam scores are more important at this time. Entrance exam scores, CAT, SNAP, CET.
Correct. So I'll take this question from Gurudas on he wants to know the resources for critical reasoning. We have ebooks at top percentile. You can refer them as well. Even if you want to, if you're looking for any free resources, so you can directly go on YouTube. Even if you search for critical reasoning questions, you'll get them. On critical reasoning part, I would say, I mean, I used to. There is no 100% chance that you'll get all the questions correct. uh, I mean, I used to go with my instinct, depending upon, I mean, if I think that at that point, whatever answer is correct, whatever used to click to me, because critical reasoning questions are a little tricky, I feel. You might
Yeah.
you might end up spending a lot of time on them, but be cautious. Don't spend more than 45 to 55 seconds on each question for critical reasoning, because any which ways you're not going to end up with 100% accuracy in them.
Agreed. 80% ही आएगा, तुम कितना भी टाइम लगा लो। तो जस्ट कीप अ सेट टाइम फॉर दैट। ऑब्वियसली स्ट्रैटेजीज, एक्सप्लेनेशन, वॉच videos, practice a lot of questions, but exam में make sure that you don't spend too much time, and 45-50 seconds max के बाद whatever you feel is right, uh, just mark it and move ahead.
Absolutely. So Pranav is asking on strategy for logical reasoning. So firstly, Pranav, I would suggest you can solve what you can do is solving puzzles on a daily basis, at least 7 to 8, because almost 40% of LR section comes. I mean, 40% in the LR section you will find puzzles which come. For the rest of the 60%, you have to practice. I mean, even if you're giving sectional, you'll get an idea about what all topics are coming. So even if you're giving a sectional, you will be overall solving the LR, all the topics from LR, including puzzles, including maybe coding, decoding, syllogisms, and so on. So definitely, but don't. I would say for what my strategy used to be is, when I used to start the LR section, I used to first solve all the one-liner questions and then go with ahead with the puzzles. Even for puzzles, I used to solve the easy puzzles first, wherein the number of variables used to be less, and then go ahead with the puzzles where you have four variables, or maybe a circular arrangement with blood relationship, and so on. So you can first start with maybe one-liners, because that will boost your confidence, as well as I mean, they are scoring as compared to that of the puzzles. In puzzles, if you get it right, you're gonna get 5 marks then and there, but if not, you will spend up ending a lot of time on them. So somebody's asking, will there be GDPI for JB this year? So there's no GDPI for JBIMS for the MMS course, but definitely for MFin and MHRD, we have GDPI, which takes place.
एंड दिस क्वेश्चन कम्स एवरी टाइम कि एमएमएस में वो चेंज हुआ कि नहीं, उसमें भी कांट से एनीथिंग टिल देयर इज अ नोटिफिकेशन। ऑलवेज मतलब ट्राई होता है, पेपर में भी कभी कभी आर्टिकल्स आते हैं, ये साल नहीं आया अभी तक, बट जेबीआईएमएस को यूनिवर्सिटी बनने का आया था, एंड There was a talk of possible chambers rumors, but nothing concrete has happened after that. तो वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर अज्यूमिंग कि सेम रहेगा. सेम विथ सीईटी हैपनिंग 2 times a year. टिल वी डोंट हैव द नोटिफिकेशन गाइस, वी हैव टू अज्यूम कि पहले तरह होने वाला है. प्रिपरेशन में ऑब्वियसली कुछ फर्क नहीं आएगा. सो जस्ट फोकस ऑन प्रिपरेशन, फोकस ऑन व्हाट यू हैव टू डू. These external things we cannot worry about or think about and prepare for about. ठीक है, तो just focus on your preparation, improving your score in each section. अभी उस पे ही ध्यान दो, because we have to assume कि हर साल जैसे होता है एमएमएस जस्ट थ्रू सीईटी एंड एमएससी फाइनेंस एमएचआरडी थ्रू सीईटी प्लस जीडीपीआई, वैसा ही होगा.
Yes. So I'll take this question from Sagar. He's doing miracles in LR and abstract, but when it comes to VA and QA, he's an average guy. So it is his third attempt and he's a bit confused. So I would suggest, Sagar, as you're good in LR and abstract, you can focus now more on verbal and quants. For verbal, what I personally did was, even I was weak in verbal, so I started reading. I don't know if you're reading something or no, but I would suggest reading something, at least maybe a newspaper or a book, for at least half an hour to 45 minutes every day. It increases your comprehension, it helps you in RC, and not just that, but it helps you in the overall paper, because your comprehension increases, your reading speed increases, and CET is definitely a time bound exam, so wherein you need to solve a number of questions in less time. So that will help you. For VA, what you can do is start giving maybe sectionals, start solving RCs on a daily basis, at least 4 to 5 RCs every day. Start reading newspaper. In VA, I mean, we also get grammar questions, which are the low hanging fruits. What you can do is, if you haven't done grammar yet, in ebooks we have grammar rules. You can solve them. Also, what I did personally was, there is on YouTube itself, there is a video by Nimisha Bansal, 120 Rules by Nimisha Bansal. So you can go through the video. The video is a little bit taxing. It is of 11 hours. But once you're done with that, I will assure you that you'll definitely get those 5 on 5 marks for grammar. So that would be done. And for synonyms, antonyms, I would suggest, once you start giving sectionals, or you giving mocks, or you start reading newspapers, you'll come across words which you don't know. What you can do is just make a note of that, maybe in a book, or maybe a WhatsApp group where you can just post your words, and then revise them as and when possible. So, and most of the times, if you start giving sectionals and or full length mocks, you'll understand after a point that there are a lot of words which get repeated even in the exam. There are, I mean, these words, if you give 30 35 odd mocks, I mean, if you collate the words from those mocks, even at the end of the exam, whatever words will come, you'll definitely be able to answer them. I mean, because there are few words which do come in the exam. I mean, these words get repeated, so after a point, even you will have a list of words for synonyms and antonyms, that you can refer to. For quants, I would suggest, as you're saying, you are very average, focus on arithmetic and algebra more than geometry and modern math first. Maybe you can go topic by topic, wherein you're solving at least 30 to 40 odd questions per topic, so that you get acquainted with the type of questions which are coming in the exam. And maybe if you're a week in quants, so I would suggest, maybe in the exam, instead of targeting for the difficult questions, you can target for moderate to easy level questions for quants. But for quants, I would suggest practice is the only key, because you have to keep revising the formulae. You have to keep solving the questions, because even the type of questions which come for quants are repetitive. वही type आता है, just that you need to get acquainted with how to solve them. So that is what I would suggest.
Yes, matlab 35 to 40 marks you have to aim in, minimum 35 in VA and Quant, if you're targeting JBIMS. LR में और abstract में max you can get 60, and then abstract में around 20 22, तो 80 83 होगा. तो 70 तो फिर भी लाना है, तो you obviously might have taken mocks काफी already क्योंकि it's your third CT attempt. तो see कि how you can get those 35 marks, analyze करो कि कौन से easy topics छूट गए. If overall your weekend quant, I would say हाँ 30-40 questions of each question you should do, so that you don't miss out on easy questions from any chapter, and uh, just go through all the mocks you've taken, see ki 35 marks how you could have scored, which questions you could have solved, and fix your mistakes कि next time वैसा कुछ question आए तो तुम solve करके 35 लेके आ जाओ in each section. And sectional test and for quant and verbal you can take more because you've identified कि ये दो section weak है.
Yeah, so Om was asking if it is absolutely necessary, as he's a repeater, is it necessary for him to sit with the timer while he's solving the puzzles? So definitely, I have given CT 3 times, and since my second attempt, I have always made sure that if I'm solving a puzzle, I'm solving it with a timer. बिकॉज पजल्स का कैसे होता है, वंस इफ द पजल इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट तो पता ही नहीं लगता है कि यू माइट एंड अप टेकिंग 14-15 minutes to solve a puzzle, but then there is no point solving a puzzle in 14-15 minutes. So I would definitely suggest ki sit with a timer at least for puzzles, so that you get an idea ki, so that when you are sitting with a timer आपको पता भी चलता है कि कौन सा एग्जाम के टाइम कौन सा स्किप करना चाहिए, कौन सा सॉल्व करना चाहिए. So you'll get an idea of that as well.
या एक मतलब बहुत आई अगेन अज्यूमिंग यू आर अ रिपीटर तो थोड़ा बहुत ऑलरेडी होगा तो फिर अगेन सेक्शनल टेस्ट बिकॉज फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ पजल्स इज सेलेक्टिंग द राइट पजल. तो वो सेक्शनल टेस्ट में ही तुम कर सकते हो जिसमें एक टाइमर हो कि वो टाइम में यू आर डिसाइडिंग विच पजल टू टेक एंड देन सॉल्विंग इट विद इन अ टाइम. एंड उसके बाद भी वेन एवर यू प्रैक्टिसिंग एनी पजल मतलब तुम सर्कुलर अरेंजमेंट फॉर एग्जाम्पल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो तो कीप अ टाइमर ऑफ 5-6 मिनट्स मतलब डिपेंडिंग ऑन द सेट 5 क्वेश्चन है तो 5 मिनट के अंदर सॉल्व करने का ट्राई करो.
I think Sridhar, you can take the question where Swaroop wanted to ask if TTP provides physical books in Elite Pro, as he'll be joining after CAT.
Yeah, Sarup, it's only ebooks, but you can opt for physical books. After CAT, just give us a call and we'll help you with all of that. Uh, how does TTP help students? What exactly do you do differently? Um, IMSM. So, firstly, matlab, even I was a IMS student, and that was one of the reasons we started TTP. CET focus इतना नहीं रहता for these coaching institutes. Secondly, TTP में ही you have the option of one-on-one mentoring by JBIMS students. शिवाली जैसे बहुत mentors है from either JBIMS students currently or JBIMS alumni जो आपको one-on-one help करेंगे. If you don't opt for one-on-one, also we have every weekend Shrikant sir mentors you on a Zoom call. So a lot of people join. He'll solve all your doubts. Uh, ही विल मेंटर यू जहाँ पे भी तुम्हें डिफिकल्टी हो रही है. उसके अलावा वी ऑल्सो हैव लीडर बोर्ड्स सो दैट एक कंपेटिटिवनेस हो अमंग द पियर्स. एंड ये सब पियर्स आर वेरी वेरी सीरियस अबाउट क्रैकिंग सीटी एंड क्रैकिंग जेबीएमएस. तो हम उसको पूरा एक कम्पिटिटिव एनवायरनमेंट बनाते हैं सो दैट यू पुश योरसेल्फ. सो ऑन द लीडर बोर्ड वी शो हु इज टेकन हाउ मेनी मॉक्स, क्या स्कोर्स आ रहे हैं लोगों के, who has taken how many sectional tests, how much are people practicing, and then उससे उसके वजह से we keep pushing you. And anytime you have a doubt, WhatsApp group पे doubt solving question का doubt हो ये सब बहुत जल्दी we solve that. So these are some of the things that we do that are different.
Also, I would like to just add on to this. I mean, I during my preparation, the sectionals as well as the mocks which are provided by the top percentile, I mean, I have found that them very much reliable as compared to IMS or maybe time mocks, because IMS mocks, I would say they are on a little difficult side as compared to CET. So you're unable to gauge, where you're standing. And even for that matter, I have found myself that time mocks are a little on the easier side. So I feel uh, the test funda mocks that we provide at the top percentile are apt, because definitely they are little bit on a difficult side, but that helps you eventually during your D-Day.
या
Uh,
मॉक्स तो वेरीड ही होने चाहिए, इजी टफ दोनों. तो वी ऑलवेज से कि एटलीस्ट 2 टाइप्स ऑफ मॉक के साथ जाना चाहिए so that you get a good practice. We'll take last few questions. First, तो मैं asked 2 questions. Okay, so about OBC, cutoff was 99.8, 81 अज्यूम कर लो, 80 कुछ कुछ था. So assume 99.81, 82 कट ऑफ होगा. उसके लिए टारगेट depends a lot on the slot. So for someone who's preparing now, your first target should be getting to 150 marks. पहले 150 marks होगा और फिर once you reach that, we'll push it more and try to get 2-3 marks more in each section and try to go to 160. But 150 can be your target. Uh, for
I
anyone, मतलब anyone
yeah.
का 150 ही होना चाहिए.
As of now, Kaustubh, I would suggest don't keep any such thing that you are a OBC category and all of that, quota vagara. I think just give your best. Try to aim I mean, just try to aim maximum marks, maximum percentile, so that you don't have to fall back on this category thing itself.
हाँ मतलब सी गाइज, ओपन में यू हैव टू गेट 6 स्लॉट होते हैं. ओपन के सीट्स अराउंड 40 होते हैं, तो यू हैव टू गेट टॉप 6 रैंक इन योर स्लॉट टू गेट JBIMS. तो एनी कैटेगरी अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट विल बी, मतलब टॉप 10 रैंक्स में तुम्हें आना पड़ेगा, टॉप 15 में. पर टॉप 15 वर्सेस टॉप 6 में आने का प्रिपरेशन कुछ अलग ही नहीं है. मतलब तुम्हें उतनी ही मेहनत करनी है और तुम्हें मैक्सिमम ही स्कोर करना पड़ेगा. हाउ कैन यू इंश्योर कि टॉप 15 में तुम आ जाओगे? मतलब यू हैव टू एम फॉर मैक्सिमम marks, right? So 150, 160, you have to try to top the exam only, basically. And why, if you have reservation, तो फिर you can come in the top 15, top 20, whatever. But सबका एम होना चाहिए कि तुम्हारे स्लॉट में you get the highest marks, because margin बहुत कम है. As I said, top 6 for open category, top 10 for the next category, ऐसे ही होता है. तो इतना मार्जिन नहीं है तुम्हारे पास. You have to try to top the exam. um, Confused between domains, marketing, and ops. So I'm assuming you're preparing for exams now, so just get admission first um, in the college, and then once you, specialization से ज़्यादा important is the brand of the college, honestly. So get the best college you can, and then talk to alums from that college, talk to people who have done in marketing and ops, uh, so that तुम्हें पता चले कैसे कैसे सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, कि what are they taught, what kind of work they do. You'll have just have to talk to people after that. But I think now your focus should be on getting into the best college that you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first year in itself, you have all the subjects. So you eventually figure out, what are your
Yeah.
likings, what you're inclined towards. So that will be sorted once you get admission into a good college.
Suraj, target for other state student, CMAT और CET में तुम्हें टॉप करना है, तो CMAT में टॉप 10 रैंक्स, CET में फर्स्ट और सेकंड इन योर स्लॉट, बेसिकली.
Yeah, it should be a 99.9999 or a 99.98, nothing below 99.98 for other state students.
हॉस्टल या फॉर फीमेल्स आई एम नॉट श्योर कितने होते हैं. फॉर मेल्स आई थिंक इट्स 25. दैट इज ऑल्सो ओनली फॉर आउटसाइड मुंबई स्टूडेंट्स आर एलिजिबल. आउटसाइड मुंबई भी नहीं, मतलब आउटसाइड MMR, तो थाने, नवी मुंबई के भी स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं मिलता है हॉस्टल. ओनली इफ यू आर आउटसाइड MMR, देन यू, एंड और वो भी मेरिट पे होता है. एंड उसमें भी कैटेगरी रिजर्वेशन होता है, तो फिर टॉप 25 एंड कैटेगरी के हिसाब से देर आर बेसिकली. बट डोंट वरी अबाउट हॉस्टल ना. हॉस्टल मतलब फर्स्ट गेट इनटू JBIMS, उसके बाद जो सीनियर्स विल गाइड यू. मतलब हॉस्टल मिल गया तो दे विल गाइड यू ओवर द हॉस्टल का प्रोसेस. हॉस्टल नहीं भी मिला तो ऑब्वियसली अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल stay near college, so they will obviously help you ki how to deal with that. Main thing, guys, get into an IIM, JBIMS, SPJ, any top college. ये तुम्हारा एम होना चाहिए. ये सब बाद में की प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत इजीली रिजॉल्व हो जाएंगी.
So Simran is asking about when to start giving area and sectional tests. I would suggest you can, if you are at a preparation level where you have at least touched upon all the sections, have an idea about, you know, what all subsections are there. If you have solved questions, if you have solved I mean, if you have gone through the portion on an overall basis, so you can start giving sectionals right away. This is, I mean, we have just 5 months left to CET. So at this point, you can start giving even for that matter mocks. One per week is a good number, I would suggest. And as and when you proceed, probably in the month of December, you can start giving two mocks per week as well. And then from January, I have seen people who give mock on a daily basis, but it is very subjective. I used to give it on alternate basis. Three mocks per week is also a good enough number, but because then you have time to analyze your mock and then, you know, just understand which sections you're weaker in, and then work upon them, and then improve your. I mean, that is how you'll improve your score, and not just by giving mocks. So you can do that. Um,
So I'll take the last question and we can end it. And guys, this initiative of live Q&A with JBIMS alums हम लोग अभी twice a week करने वाले हैं, which is Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. So you can subscribe to our channel and you can, if you have any doubts, then you can tune in at this time, Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. Um, the last question about TTP का mentorship. So Kaustubh, you will have to join the classroom program जिसमें live lectures है, mentoring है. It is not included if you take mocks. But any questions about purchasing, you can just give us a call and we will clear all your doubts. Thank you so much for joining. Around 25 of you have stayed through. Hope your doubts are clear and keep working hard. And कुछ भी doubts होगा तो you can tune in at this time on Wednesday. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I think it's done.